has been around 5 months since I told you guys my NBA playoff prediction. And even though I made those predictions and uploaded that video, I never really gave it any thought. We moved on. We all watched the playoffs. We saw the OKC Thunder dominate and win a championship. And I never really thought about the video that I made. But just recently, since it's the off season and I'm bored as shit, I went back to watch my old stuff. And what do you know? I predicted, I guessed, or should I say I knew that the OKC Thunder were going to win it all. Obviously, I'm giving myself a lot more credit than I maybe deserve. It was probably the most predictable championship that we have had in recent years, but we don't care, okay? That's not the point. The point is I know everything about the NBA. I am clearly the smartest fan of all time. I have the Milwaukee Bucks in 6 games, which is exactly why today I am going to be telling you guys, not predicting, I'm going to be telling you what the 2026 NBA standings are going to look like. I think I'm just going to start off with only the Western Conference for this video, and if you guys do enjoy it, maybe we can do the East. And you know what, man? Let's just hop right into this, okay? We have the Western Conference. Shout out Enjoy Basketball for making this very clean and simple UI to use. The other times I've done videos like this, I had to use Photoshop, and it was probably the worst experience of all time. But the first seed in the Western Conference. Now, listen, I'm not going to give you guys some shock value, hot take pick that I don't truly believe, even though the thumbnail of this video might be implying that the Sacramento Kings are going to be the #1 seed. I know that that's not true. If we're going to be realistic here, the OKC Thunder are going to be the #1 seed in the Western Conference. I am very high on OKC, like a lot of other people are. They really had one of the most dominating, playoff runs and regular season runs as well. And with more development, more, I guess, experience now that people can't use the whole, oh, they're too young to be good. No one can use that argument anymore. I have a very strong feeling they're just going to get better and better. Like, they are the one team that is truly dynasty worthy in the NBA right now. Moving on, we have the 2nd seed. And this is where it gets kind of interesting and I guess maybe a little bit boring, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I want to put the Houston Rockets in this spot. I think them adding Kevin Durant has been absolutely insane. I'm also watching a lot of Şengün in the Eurobasket right now, so I am very high on him. I just have this very exciting and strong feeling for the Houston Rockets. I even had a moment right now where I'm like, shit, do I think that they could be the #1 seed over OKC? But I think that would just be a little bit too unrealistic there. Fuck it. I'm not going to go with the Houston Rockets. I am going with the Minnesota Timberwolves as the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. Yes, absolute shocker pick here. There is something about Anthony Edwards, man. He is bound to have one of these years where he just breaks through and defines all odds. Yes, they lost Nickeil Alexander-Walker during free agency. And yes, they are arguably a worse team than they were last year. I'm starting to regret putting them in this spot. Fuck it, I gotta stick with it, okay? Minnesota Timberwolves, I am putting a lot of investment into you guys. I have a very strong feeling for this team this year. I think they can do a lot of good stuff. Maybe Rob Dillingham will actually get some minutes this year. That could be very fun. I would really enjoy that. Then in 3rd, I'm gonna go with the Houston Rockets, okay? I don't know how Kevin Durant's availability is going to look. They did lose out on defenders like Dylan Brooks. Fuck, they made all those other acquisitions during free agency, though. I totally forgot about all the other guys that they got. Damn. Okay, scratch everything I just said. The Houston Rockets are the 2nd seed, and Minnesota, you guys are 3rd. That's fair. Everybody's happy. Why? There's no need to complain in the comments, okay? The 4th seed is very interesting, okay? There are a couple teams on this list that are fancying me right now that I really want to put in this spot. There's this one team that keeps calling my name, and I hate that they're calling my name because I fucking hate the team. I just feel like even though they aren't necessarily the best, built roster, or they don't have the best guys necessary for their star player, I just feel like they will be good enough. Their star player is good enough to take them to the 4th seed. Shit, maybe even the 2nd or 3rd. No, I'm not talking about the Denver Nuggets. I'm talking about the LA Lakers. Part of me doesn't want to put them in 4th place. I want this to be the Denver Nuggets. I want this to be the LA Clippers. But for some fucking reason, the LA Lakers always defy the odds. right? Luka Doncic gets traded to the team midway through the season, and they end as the fucking 3rd seed in the Western Conference. That is actually ridiculous. And so as much as I want to put them lower than this, because I really don't think they're that good of a team, I don't think they are a super good team, I know that they just have this weird fucking ability to win games, which sounds stupid, but they just have this weird ability. Like, they should not be this fucking good, but because they have Luka Doncic, they have LeBron James, you know, they're just gonna win games. That's just how it is. After them, I'm gonna put the Denver Nuggets. Yes, I know I am, going really low on Nikola Jokic here. He is the best player in the NBA. He should be able to bring his team higher than the 5th seed. And you could argue that Minnesota and Denver can be swapped here, but part of me wants to go for a bit more of an actual, prediction. I don't just want to go by like what Vegas odds are. Obviously, like I said, Nikola Jokic can take Denver to some amazing places, but I'm always going to be a little bit more skeptical on Jamal Murray. I don't think he is the guy. I think his time is up in Denver. I think that they should move on from him, and the fact that he's still there, I don't know. It makes me a little bit more cautious on the Denver Nuggets. I will say them moving on from MPJ and getting Cam. Is it Cameron Thomas? They got Cameron Johnson for MPJ. I don't know why. I always get Cameron Johnson mixed up with Cam Payne and Cam Thomas. They got Cameron Johnson, which is a great move. That is a great addition. Also, Jonas Valanciunas, an actual backup center for Nikola Jokic that I honestly think is going to have a great year. I think he is going to be someone that Denver Nuggets fans end up loving or obsessing over. But I don't know. A small part of me is just a little bit skeptical. We now have the last playoff spot, the very last, locked in, confirmed. You are making your way to the playoffs, and of course this is going to the Sacramento Kings. Yes, I have very high hopes for my team. Okay, Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan are a Hall of Fame duo. Of course, I am just busting your guys' balls right now. There is no way in hell the Sacramento Kings end up higher than the 6th seed, and I just realized I actually can't move them. So I'm just going to move them all the way to the bottom until I actually get there. I do not have the Kings as the 15th seed, okay? Bear with me here. As the 6th seed, oh, this is where it gets fun because, like I said, this is the final playoff spot. I mean, this is one of the most important spots on the regular season standings. And looking at these teams, man, there are some good ones on here, right? You have Golden State, Steph Curry, and Jimmy Butler. That's really all they have. They don't even have a full roster. So the LA Clippers, God knows what they're going to look like, after, the whole cap circumvention investigation comes to a close. The Memphis Grizzlies, I'm not too high on myself. I'm going to be honest, y'all. The most realistic team for this spot is most likely the LA Clippers. They made some great offseason acquisitions. Kawhi Leonard is probably going to want to go out there and play some games. James Harden is going to be out there. Ivica Zubac had a great season last year, one of his best. There's this small part of me, small part in my heart, in my soul, that is just screaming that the San Antonio Spurs are going to have themselves one hell of a year. And this might sound crazy. I know a lot of people, I think Windhorse or whatever, Windy, whatever the fuck his name is, said that the San Antonio Spurs are going to have a good season, but they won't be a top team. They're not going to be, that breakout team. I fully disagree. I think the San Antonio Spurs are going to be insane this year. Wemby is looking healthy. De'Aaron Fox, we have not seen. Oh my God, y'all about to get me fucking amped up right now. Nobody understands how good a De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama duo is going to be. And that's not even mentioning the rest of the guys that got through the draft, bro. Dylan Harper. I'm forgetting the name of the one dude who was absolutely amazing in Summer League. So much fun to watch. This team is full of dogs, absolute dogs. And I think if fully healthy, they are going to be insane. No more Chris Paul. Not trying to disrespect Chris Paul, but come on. He was a good veteran leader, but the fact that he was getting actual minutes was crazy. They have a good team now. The San Antonio Spurs, hey, I'm investing in y'all heavy, okay? So if you're a Spurs fan and you're watching this video, please, God, show me some love in the comments below because I might get attacked for this one. Oh my God, I just realized that Dallas is on here. Fuck. Oh my God. Dude, the Western Conference is actually so stacked. It's not even funny. I'm going to tell you guys something that I didn't want to say in this video. I am actually very high. Okay. Hold on, let me finish. I am very high on the Dallas Mavericks. I am so high, in fact, that I'm looking at the LA Lakers on this list, and I'm actually questioning myself. But I need to hold back, okay? I cannot let my excitement for Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and Kyrie Irving when he returns. I cannot let that excitement take over actual facts and real life scenarios. So, that being said, the 7th seed is going to go to the LA Clippers. I think this is a great landing point for them. High in the play-in tournament, they might be edging the San Antonio Spurs for that 6th spot. And I do see them as kind of interchangeable pieces, right? One of them might end up as the other spot. not, but I do think that the 7th seed is pretty solid for them. You don't know how long, Kawhi is going to be out for or how much he ends up playing. And overall, they have a lot of stuff happening for sure. Just a lot of things going on around the team where who knows how much they'll be able to focus on actual basketball throughout the season. Then in the 8th seed, oh my God, man, the West is so fucking hard. In the 8th seed, I am going to do the Dallas Mavericks. And I do the Dallas Mavericks because I really have high hope that we are going to see a healthy Anthony Davis season. I know it sounds insane. It's been repeated over and over again. I sound actually like I'm mentally going through something. But let's not forget, AD was having like a lot of good, healthy games up until the trade to Dallas that people started to kind of forget about the whole street clothes or day-to-day Davis or whatever the hell the memes were. A lot of people started to forget because he was actually dominating, and he was doing that while being fully healthy. So I do think give him a full season or off season of rest. He's ready to go in a new environment. I hope that the Dallas Mavericks are able to treat him well and make sure that he does not get injured. Put that alongside Cooper Flagg, a guy who I think is somewhat NBA ready. He did struggle in his first summer league game, but he picked up after that. I think Cooper is going to be one of those guys that can easily plug into this team and really light up a spark. He can really do something to them. Also really bring up the crowd, bring up the entire fan base of Dallas after losing Luka Doncic. They have a new guy to root for. They have a new, kid on their team. It will never be the same as Luka, don't get me wrong, but it's somebody. It's a #1 pick. You're going to be happy about that. And then, of course, even if they do start off rough for the season, Kyrie Irving will come back later on. I think they were saying January-ish or something like that. So it's like, I do think that Dallas on paper looks great. I think all the other guys that they have as well, they still have a a NBA Finals core to them, just without the actual guy that brought them to the finals. Oh my God, man, this shit is getting really fucking hard. Okay, I think I know how I'm gonna do this. Starting off the 9th seed, the bottom half of the play-in tournament, I am going to do the Golden State Warriors, okay? I'm not excited about this pick. I'm not happy about this pick. I just think it's probably the most logical selection. The Warriors are gonna be good. They're gonna be a play-in tournament. They have Stephen fucking Curry and Jimmy Butler as well, right? I think a lot of people forget how damn good they were in the postseason last year, but they were banged up. They were injured because they are old. One of the reasons why I'm a little bit scared to put them down here is because I know when that team can play good, they are good. Unfortunately, though, I think that 2 people or even 1 guy like Curry can only get you so far. Yeah, I think that there's just way better teams can play, in the league. They are the Golden State Warriors, so sorry. The 10th seed is really interesting. Though, oh my God, bro, the Memphis Grizzlies. I totally forgot. Or even that. One guy like Clark. I might get cooked for what I'm about to do, but bear with me, everybody. I'm going with the Portland Trailblazers. Good. I am going to be re-upping on my Portland seed is really stock, okay? And I say that because goddamn, they look like a fun and young team, okay? Like I said, Scoot Henderson, they have Denny, they have the 10th seed is really interesting. Damian Lillard is back home. I know he won't be playing in that first season, but still, he's there. Donovan Clingan, Shaedon Sharpe, Kamara, like all these guys, they got to win some games, right? I mean, they were damn near going to be in the play-in tournament last year. And after them is when I am going to put no way the Kings are better than the Grizzlies. They got to win some games, right? Suns are going to be pretty fucking good. Okay, I was going to put the Sacramento Kings tournament at 11, but I am going to put the Memphis Grizzlies. Listen, I've always been pretty low on the Grizzlies. Now that they have John Morant back, I think I'm trying to adjust to that myself. I've always been kind of like, okay, John Morant is a fucking amazing player, but I don't think he's the kind of guy that can, bring the team to win just by himself. Obviously, they have Jaren Jackson Jr. and a lot of other guys around them as well. I don't know. I've just always been really low on the Memphis Grizzlies, and I've been saying for some time that their time is up. Maybe they can prove me wrong, but after the Memphis Grizzlies, that's when I'm going to go with the Sacramento Kings. They have these star players. They just don't have an actual good team. The team is dog shit. As much as it hurts to say, I think the 12th seed would be great because at least they'd get a somewhat guy that can pick, if they try to go in and Grizzlies, make the play-in tournament and go to the first round. Sacramento Kings are always going to be miserable. I make too many videos talking about that on this channel. Moving forward, I am going to go with the Phoenix Suns, because you still have Devin Booker, and they have some other guys as well. After the Memphis Grizzlies, right? They have Jalen Green now. Dylan Brooks, Maluach is an amazing rookie that I am excited to see on that team. But there's just something off. It feels like, after losing Kevin Durant and I guess Bradley Beal as well, their big three. I don't think they're going to have a super quick bounce back. I think they're going to need a little bit more time to kind of recover and build out their issues and problems that, I don't see them having a hyper successful season after just 1 year. The last two spots as well are pretty pointless. I'm going to go with the Utah Jazz, then the Pelicans. Okay, yes, I know Zion Williamson is a player in the NBA, and I just made a video talking about the Pelicans. And I said the Pelicans aren't necessarily the worst team in the NBA. I didn't think they would be, but goddamn, the West is a hard conference. If you disagree with me, which I guarantee every single person watching this did, if you did, that's okay. Comment down below your opinions, okay? I read and respond to everybody. And if you want to see me take on the Eastern Conference, let me know down there as well, because I'm sure that is going to be a lot easier than the West. Okay, that being said, I will see you guys all in the next one. Later. By the way, the Portland Trailblazers also have Sidi Sissoko, who is an NBA legend. So, yeah, they're going to make the play-in tournament. All right, bye.